Welcome back to my channel for a short Leica M EV1 unboxing session. It's my second video about this brand new family member of the Leica M system. And if you have not seen my introductory video about this brand new Leica M camera, I post a link down below in the info box. Now, this is now my own Leica M EV1. The one which I showed in my introductory video was a pre-production sample, pre-production firmware, still lots of bugs and errors in the firmware. And this is now the market-ready version, which was announced actually at the moment in time I'm filming this just today. And I thought if I have to unbox this anyway, why not letting you watch over my shoulder what's in the box? And sometimes there are bad surprises if you unbox Leica M cameras or Leica SL cameras or Leica Q cameras. And sometimes there are good surprises. And I remember a bad one, namely when I unboxed my Leica M11P Safari Edition, I was disappointed about an outdated USB-C cable, which was in the box and not at all did match the more modern USB-C cable version I had before in the Leica M11 box. So let's see what Leica gave us in addition to the camera body, the naked camera body. The price tag for this camera and the overall box in Switzerland is close to 8,000 Swiss franc. In the US is about 9,000 US dollar. Just look this up at B&H in NYC. And that's a lot of money. So I'm really curious what's in that box and you will watch live what I find. Let's kick this off. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, support my work. For you, it's for free, but for me, it means the world because the more engagement I have, the more subscribers, the more views. It will help me to grow the presence and reach of my channel. Many thanks for your help. All right, I have my Swiss tool here and I showed this many times on the channel. It's a fantastic tool. Look at that mechanism. Swiss precision, boom and boom. Look at that. I love it. And the sound it makes is just amazing, isn't it? And I will use that, of course, to open now the seal here. This camera box is still fully sealed. It says Leica M EV1. It's the black finish and it's the version for the European Union, the US, and for China. Japan is a different version. And if you look at the number, I also got quite a nice number here. This is a 001. I don't know if this is maybe even the first one sold in Switzerland. I have no idea. And you also get a date here. And the date says 19th of September 2025. I guess that's the manufacture date here. Quite nice. Then we get a bit of a warning here, ingestion hazard and so on. I don't think that is spectacular, so we don't have to look at that. And here it just says Leica Camera Wetzlar. So let's get the work done. Let's see what's in the box. And then let's quickly discuss if we like what's in the box or if we think it should have been different in any way. Like in the example I shared before, the disappointment about the USB cable in my Leica M11P Safari box. Okay, so that here in front of the table is all that's in the box and it's not a lot. And in this way, I did not overpromise when I said at the beginning this will be a short quote-unquote Leica episode. So first of all, we have the camera body here. I'll get the camera ready for getting shot in a moment. I will get an SD card here, one of my usual SD cards. I will get a display protector. And I will make sure I charge the battery, although I'll very likely have some charged batteries of this type somewhere here in the studio. And we'll get it ready and we'll also use the opportunity when I set up the camera to film live what I'm doing and posting then in the next couple of days a little setup guide, so you see how to get everything set up in the menu and in the way you customize the camera. Then we have here the battery, of course. That's the same battery as far as I see it here, lithium polymer, which sits in the Leica M11 and the M11P. We have here a little brochure for registering your camera. We have a little bit of paperwork, and then we have a quick start guide. That's the usual setup you get in Leica camera boxes. We have a nice leather shoulder strap here in black, perfectly matches the camera body and the color. And then, oh, I said it, it's disappointing. We have the same crappy USB cable as what I found in my super expensive, super fancy Leica M11P Safari Edition box. I mean, what the heck can you do with a USB-C to USB-A cable nowadays? Look here. The port on the Leica M EV1 is the USB-C port. So you plug this in here. And then what are you going to do with that? Does anybody out there still have a USB-A port somewhere? I'm working with MacBooks for years that have not seen a USB-A port for a long time. And by the way, if you want to plug this into the iPhone, it will also fail because the iPhone is expecting a Lightning cable, if it is an older iPhone, or a USB-C cable. And that's why, for instance, in the Leica Q3 packaging or the Leica SL3 packaging, you have these nice USB-C cables, USB-C to USB-C with braided fabric, and which are immediately ready for connecting the camera with the Leica Photos app. This cable is good for nothing. You know, you can just throw it in the bin and forget about it. And it's a little bit disappointing that they still do this. They should actually keep for the M series the same standard in terms of accessories, what they put in the box, as what they do for the SL3 cameras, the SL3S, and also for the Leica Q3 cameras. But anyway, that's probably complaining at a high level. I have enough of these cables anyway, but it would be just a nice gesture to give us a reasonable USB-C to USB-C cable. That's the unboxing. Let's now get this camera ready for being shot. I will in this video only get the basic installments here, as I said, show it to you live. And then in a follow-up video, you will get a complete setup guide, how to get this camera ready for being shot and operationalized for the field out there, where we can take a lot of images now with an electronic viewfinder instead of a rangefinder. Okay, so there are 3 more steps to get this new Leica M EV1 ready for taking it out in the field and shooting it. The first one is an SD card. And my preference, I get this question very often, is the TUF Sony series. These are really good SD cards and they are very fast in terms of transfer rates. If you look here, read-up speed is 300 megabit per second and write-up speed is 299 megabit per second. Typically here on the write-up speed, you fall below. And this is about the same. So I really like these type of cards. Let's get this open here. No need to preserve the box. Here it's in a nice case here and is a very robust, it's in the meaning of the word, a TUF SD card. And then let's insert this here. I think this goes this way here. Yes. The second step is to charge the battery. And I have these external chargers originally from Leica for a while. You can place the battery inside. You see this is pretty solid. Listen to the click. And then you can charge it. Here is a USB-C port where you get the power for the charger. And then it shows you whether it's charging and when it's charged up to 80% in the battery. And that will go to a USB-C charger in a moment. And then last but not least, I want to get a matte display protector on this glass here, on this LCD screen. Not because I'm worried about scratches, but because I don't like light reflections on a glossy screen. And I found here actually a Leica M10 display protection foil, which I still have here. This is originally from Leica store in Zurich. It's probably not produced by Leica. I'm not aware that they do protection foils, but it will very likely fit. Let's have a look here. And I think this one is likely a little bit too big. So this will not fit. All right, then we can forget this solution. Let's get this away for some other opportunity. And then I have here what is this? Leica M11. That very likely will fit. That brand here is Dipos. It's, I think, a German brand, if I'm not mistaken. You can order this internationally at Amazon, for instance, or other retailers. And they typically are also very nice to keep away fingerprints and reflections. Let's have a look here if this one is fitting. Here, you see? Let's see. This is a perfect fit. This is a perfect fit. So we can just apply this to the LCD and can remove this one here from the shipping. You see, this is gone. Let's place it like here. Let's get the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Then we have to get this here off. And we just apply this in a nice way that it is fitting perfectly. Let's see if this works. And then you can move it a little bit. After a couple of minutes of moving this protection foil forth and back to find the perfect fit, it finally fits. Look at that. In the corners, at the bezels, it's a perfect fit, and it completely, not completely, but almost completely reduces reflections, which is more what I like when I shoot with the LCD display or get my settings done in the menu by looking at this display. So this is it. I think I'm prepared. And oh my gosh, I almost forgot something very, very important, namely trying out the Leica M11 and M11P hand grip, because this camera is not convenient for me in this way. I need here some better grip. And let's try if this works. Let's get this here on the camera body. And this is promising. Let's try to screw it on. And yes, I think this is a perfect fit. Look here. It's a perfect fit. Let's go around the camera. Let's have a look here. Perfect fit. And it also has the spare outs here for the USB-C charging, you see here. And you can also open this up for changing and replacing the battery. Very nice. So the hand grip we can finally recycle. No need to buy a new hand grip. Very essential for me to have this accessory because now I have a really good grip, have it strongly and firmly in my hands. And I think this concludes my video. As I said at the beginning, it will be a short video. It is nice to unbox these cameras. It is disappointing that, again, in the package for about $9,000 US, the USB cable is not what I expect. And, you know, I'm like a fanboy. I buy their gear. I'm very close with the brand. A lot of people working there and in their management are my friends. But I provide my honest opinion, and I think for a $9,000 box, you can provide a proper USB-C to USB-C cable. You might even get tempted to include a charger, but that is probably asking for too much. This one will go now to the charger, and then I will come back, of course, not with a naked camera body, but with lenses on it. And in my introductory video, the first one on this new camera, I already spoke about the Noctilux 75mm, which I actually did shoot back then. And there will be many more lenses I want to try out on this brand new Leica M family member, which, don't forget what I said in my first video on this camera, is an option. Leica is not discontinuing their rangefinder cameras. There is a reason why this new Leica M camera is not just the next number after 11, namely an M12. It is an M EV1. It is like a new offspring, a new branch on a tree, which does not disturb the overall main tree, which is rangefinder photography. It is an option. It is not for everyone, but I will enjoy shooting it. If you liked that video, don't forget to drop me a thumbs up. Stay tuned on my channel. There's always more to come. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and healthy. And of course, peace out.